Hello and welcome to yet another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Sidra Kennedy. This was from Twitter to you. This was live. I saw this blink up real quick. I just paused it. I'm like, look, damn it, I'm going to sleep after this. I'm tired of this. It's 11:46. So what popped up was 8 killed and multiple others injured in shooting at FedEx facility near Indianapolis International Airport. The notes on it says what you need to know. At a press conference on Friday, authorities said 4 people were shot outside, 4 people were shot inside, and the gunman then took his own life. No victims have been identified as officials wait to contact families. FBI Indianapolis says it's premature to speculate the motive. Don't care about the motive. I don't give a damn. Don't even matter right now. Okay, and there's a reason, because it don't matter. People were killed, person took their own life or was gunned down. But you know what? In my opinion, the cops are there. Why? Because they're just pissed off that they get a chance to kill him. Not the one that took his own life allegedly. No, everybody else. See, the cops are just smart about it. It's like, look, we'll just catch you somewhere by yourself, run you down, say that you were a danger, kill you, officer safety, yada yada yada. This person they got the balls to go out and do it in just broad daylight and kill everybody and move on. Either move on to the quote unquote next life, afterlife, or walk away. That's what I just don't have any respect for police because they let this happen. For those that are good ones, they stay on the force. I'd leave. But then I guess it's the mayor talking, or FBI official. I don't know. It's a jackweed in a suit that started giving platitudes and cliches about Indianapolis being strong and we're carrying. No, you're not. No, you're not. Just like the rest of this country. Okay. You're a mixed bag of degenerates, pieces of bullshit, liars, and then you've got the sprinkle of good people and good humanitarians that want to do good, but you're drowned out by all the sick-minded, toxic-minded freaks out there. You're no different than every other place. You're the same. You're a carbon copy. All right? You think the Confederate lost the war? No. No, they didn't. So here's the thing. He asked this question. He asked why does this keep happening? He's like, we don't know why these things keep happening. Let me explain. This is why these things keep happening. Because we don't need gun control. All right. We need gun limitation. That's what we need. We need, gun reduction. But the people that make the guns pay the politicians so much that nothing's ever going to be done. That's the issue. Okay, that's right there in your face. That's what it is. They pay the politicians so much that the politicians won't do anything about it. But you got people who are abusive to other people, or they're trolls. They're internet trolls or something thereof. They're abusive to animals, people, and or themselves. They are people that they might be decent most of the day and then have that momentary thing of being unhinged where they just blank out. Don't know what they're doing. There's schizophrenic people that get off their meds because they feel fine. So the people that take their antibiotics long enough to feel better and then stop, and then the illness becomes antibiotic resistant and the antibiotics don't work, or a strong one has to be used, and then they repeat the same thing, and then they die because now it's so antibacterial resistant that they just flourish in the body, kill the host. Wash, rinse, repeat. Take your antibiotics, you feel good, you stop. You do it again and again with a stronger and stronger dose until the bacterium is too strong to kill and you die. Ergo, same thing with these people and guns. They buy the guns, they use the guns, nobody stops them. More people buy the guns, use the guns, nobody stop them. Nobody's stopping them. You don't stop it after it's happened, because it's like I tell my daughter, once you do it, it's been done. Once they go and commit a mass murder, it's been done. You don't ask questions then. You look for solutions and you implement them. You do background checks. If they got a history of abuse, if they got a history of violence, Not they look like they might be violent. No, they have to actually have a history. If they've been locked up on violent charges, they don't get a gun. If they have been part of domestic abuse and they were the offender, not the defender, they don't get a gun. They don't. It's that simple. If they've been locked up for weed, cocaine, or heroin or meth, I would say how they function afterwards. Because if they have no history of violence, they just get on charges because they got caught with it. That's it. And if you want to be that idiot out there that's saying, well, you know what, the people that are doing drugs, they eventually might get the gun, or they most likely will because they want to keep their habit and they're going to use a gun to do it. Road rage. People with guns, road rage. Some people listen to their music a little too loud. Someone take a shotgun, get out the car, and then shoot them, and then say it was self-defense. People having a party and neighbor gets a gun, fires a shot over there, kills somebody. Self-defense, standing their ground. Standing their ground against people that didn't even know they was over there. Drugs don't make people get guns or knives and kill people. It's not that way. The people that have liquor, they got the brown liquor, they become violent. They have the clear liquor, and they just kind of placid and pretty much giving whatever the person wants. There are cases, we got to take it by case, but there are things where people are violent and whatnot with such vitriol, physical vitriol. You don't give them anything. If they're locked up for domestic violence, abuse, causing fights or inciting fights, you don't give them a gun. They don't get a gun. If they have a violent history, you do not give them a gun. It is that simple. It's not hard. It's what you do. Take it from, police officers, you can still be a police officer. But if you've got a history of abuse by any means, you don't get a gun. You get a taser. You can get non-lethal rounds. You can even get regular pepper spray. But you don't get a gun. You don't get a rifle. You can't. It's that simple. Limit that stuff. Limit who gets a gun. And you will see a massive spike reduction of gun violence. Excuse me. It's really that simple, folks. It really is. It's not hard. But all you're going to get, and I promise you, and I'm going to get up out of here, I promise you, if you don't push for these things, if you don't say you won't get voted for if you do not do this, if you don't vote for a third party that is trying to do this, if you don't help those that are trying to do this, hey, look, I signed a legitimate petition to get this thing done. I ain't talking about the ones that's like, my daddy can beat up your daddy, that kind of petition. No, we're talking about a legitimate petition that goes right to your mayor, your governor, city council, and whatnot. Whichever those things, when they say I need this many signatures to know how much, to know if we need to push it. Here's the thing: you shouldn't need signatures to do something that's decent. That's why they need to be voted out in the first place. Nobody would have to send, if I was to run for some kind of office, nobody would have to send me anything because I already be doing it. That's just me, though. That's just me. But nothing's going to change if you don't make it change. And I'm going to vote third party. I'm not voting for GOP. I'm not voting for DNC. I don't really trust progressives that much anymore. I'm just going to try to go straight up third party because it's starting to look like a sham. I suggest you do some serious thinking, weigh the pros and cons. I did videos. You can go find them. Why be a Republican? Why be a Democrat? I did those. Check them out. All right. I'm going to go sleep. Hopefully nothing else pop up. But this has been Sidra Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. From Twitter to you. Thank you for listening.